We've heard much about the health and fitness benefits of yoga, but now there's research found linking it to practicing it at least 3 times a week can actually lower blood pressure. Let's bring in Dr. Joe Kostorich to chat about this one. Good afternoon, Dr. Joe.
Good afternoon, Tracy.
Now, how can we see this as effective for lowering blood pressure?
This study looked at, as these reviews do, at a number of studies, about 3,500 people, both sexes, a variety of ages, and essentially found that people who did yoga 3 times a week, and in particular those who focused on the breathing and meditative aspects of yoga, had between 5 and 11 and variably between 4 and 6 on the diastolic, so both the upper and lower, lower blood pressure.
So are we talking here about like yoga preventing or even replacing medication here?
No, I don't think it's fair to say that. It is fair to say that it does lower blood pressure. So what that means is some people, if their blood pressure is just a little bit elevated, perhaps they won't need medications, and others maybe might need a little bit less. But it's not necessarily going to replace medication for everybody, no.
All right, is there a particular group in this study that's identified that benefits the most?
As I said at the start, those who tended to really focus on the breathing aspects. And that makes some sense because apart from being physical exercise, yoga is also stress management. So when we're focusing on our breathing, whether it's at yoga or whether it's through meditation or whether it's doing guided relaxations, we're slowing our breathing, we're slowing our heart rate, and that also tends to reduce our blood pressure. So it's quite intuitive and makes a lot of sense.
Did the study identify any downsides to the practice?
Short answer is no, although necessarily if people are having pre-existing injuries, they need to be careful, and if you've not done it before, you need to be sensible, but no. And it's not to say you can't injure yourself with yoga, but you know, if you do it sensibly, it's going to be difficult to injure yourself.
So there are several, benefits through this kind of practice, isn't there, really?
We know that, yeah, very much. We know yoga is a good form of exercise. We know exercise has many health benefits. We also know that it's good for stress management, and, you know, probably today in particular, you know, stress management should be in everybody's minds when we're feeling stressed. So a number of health benefits, both in terms of blood pressure, we know in terms of physical strength for bones in an older age group. It's good for osteoporosis and can be helpful in osteoarthritis, and very, very, very good for our mental health.
Indeed it is. All right, Dr. Joe Kostorich, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, Tracy.